guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's look, I did a poll on Instagram and you guys wanted to see a smoky eye, so that's what I have going for today. But before we get started, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, you share, you subscribe, and stay tuned if you want to see how to get this look. So like always, I'm going to start off with the face, and I've already moisturized my face, so then I'm going to go on to priming it. And for primer, I'm going to be using Backlight Priming Filter. And I'm just going to evenly spread it all over the face. And this will give me that nice glow that I want to achieve. And next for foundation, I'm going to use the Hourglass Vanishing Stick Primer, and it is in the color Golden Tan. And I am just going to put a couple stripes all along my face, forehead, my nose. And then I'm going to take my Morphe M439 brush. It's a nice, really short brush that will allow me to buff it out easily. And I am just going to use circular motions to buff it out. And I'm being very careful to keep it out of my under eye. This foundation is a medium to full coverage, so you can always put more and build it up. I always like to add more on my cheeks to cover my redness. I'm just going to blend that out again. I'm going to do that really lightly on my cheeks because that's the part that I mostly want to cover. And then just to make sure that it's not streaky or that it's evenly blended out, I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm just going to use pouncing motions just to make sure that I blend it out really well. I'm going to blend that into my neck as well. And I'm just going to do that again all over the face. Even though I've already used the blush, this will really help me out. So now that I've blended that out, I am going to pick up my Shape Tape Concealer by Tarte in the color Light Medium Honey. And I'm going to take a generous amount and put it on my under eye and a little stripe on my nose and my chin to highlight these places. Later on I'm going to go on with a highlighter, but this also helps before you actually put the highlight on to naturally highlight these places on your face. And I'm going to take my damp beauty blender again and use the same pouncing motions. It does actually help to lighten your under eye if you put your concealer on your under eyes first and then you move on to other parts of your face. That way you can give it a minute to sit there and it will help brighten everything up. And I'm going to go in with the same light motions just so I'm not picking up too much of the concealer. I'm actually going to go and apply a little more on this eye just because it's not the color that I want or the coverage that I want. Alright, so next I am going to move on to my bronzer. And for today's bronzer, I am going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer in Medium Deep. And to apply that, I'm also going to use my Morphe R2 brush. It's a nice, giant, fluffy brush. What I love about these Too Faced bronzers are that they smell like chocolate. They're infused with cocoa too, so when you put it on, you can... I'm going to apply it the same around the edges of my face. where my temples are. And this will help give your face a shape and give it some warmth. Very lightly, I'm gonna put it where I'm going to contour later. Okay, so now for my contour, I am going to, of course, use Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm going to pick up my Morphe E8 brush for my contour. And I'm going to mix the two colors, Shadow Play and Subconscious. And I'm going to do small circular motions right here to define my cheekbones. And I'm going to do it very lightly just so I don't get that kind of like muddy, dirty look on the sides of my face. So now that I have done my eyebrows off camera, I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. I am going to set my under eyes, and for that I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and it is the loose one and it is in the shade Light. And to set my under eyes and apply it, I'm also going to take my wet beauty blender, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the product. And with this, a little bit goes a long way. This is actually only my second time using it, and I actually like this better than using a translucent powder because I feel like it leaves that white cast under your under eyes, and this is really smooth, and using a colored one gives it more of like a natural, soft, blurred look. So now I've set my under eye, and I'm gonna keep it like this, and I'm gonna wipe it away when I'm done because I'm using really dark colors. I don't want any fallout to get on what I've already done and ruin it. So once I finish my eye look, I'm gonna wipe that away. Next, I am going to prime my eyelids, and I'm going to use, again, my Tarte Shape Tape in the same color that I did before, and I'm just gonna take a little dab and put it on the lid. And then I'm gonna take my wet beauty blender and just blend that out just so I have a nice base for my eyeshadow, and I'm gonna do that all over my whole lid. So next I'm going to pick up my Morphe M350 palette, and I'm going to pick this nude color up, and this is going to be kind of the base shadow, or I'm going to use that to set what I've already primed on my lid. And I'm going to use the M513 from Morphe to apply that. And I just put this all over my lid. Okay, so next I'm going to pick up the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette, and I'm going to pick up this orangish yellow color. And to apply that, I'm going to use my R37 from Morphe. And this color is going to go in the crease. Just gonna pick some more of that up and blend this all into the crease area. This is gonna be my transition shade. So next I'm going to pick up this orangey color in my Morphe palette, and I'm going to be using my M518 brush to apply it, and then I'm going to stick just to right here in the crease area. I'm trying to keep this color really tight in here. Before you pick more product up, you want to make sure that you are just blending that out before you add too much. Okay, so using the same brush, I'm going to pick up this color. It's still orange, it's a little bit of a dark orange, and I'm going to do the same thing. And what I'm doing is just trying to build up the color and build dimension in my crease. My eyebrows are a disaster, but I'm trying to wait till I go on vacation to get them done. I've only been growing them out for like 3 months, and I'm already ready to do them. So now I'm going to pick up my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to take this kind of like burgundy color, And I'm also going to pick up my Morphe E18 brush, and it's kind of a smaller brush, but what I'm going to do in the crease, I want it to be more defined, so that's why I'm picking it up. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that. And it's okay if your lid gets really messy and you get a lot of product on it, because for the smoky eye, I'm going to be putting black on top of that, so you won't be able to really see any of this that's going on here. And I'm just going to keep blending that out. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the Jaclyn Hill palette again, and then I'm just going to pick this darker burgundy color, and I'm going to use the same brush again. Now I'm going to do the same thing and apply it in the crease again. Just adding more darker color, so now you can see that definition is starting to build. So by adding even more darker colors, kind of like the same shade, I am just building more definition in here. And then I am just going to keep buffing it out so I can blend everything, so I don't have any harsh lines. So now I'm going to pick up my 518 brush, and it doesn't have any product on it, but I'm just using to blend everything out just so it all looks seamless. And I'm just using small windshield wiper motions for this. So next, for the center lid, I'm going to pick up the black color in the palette. And for that, I am going to use my E17 from Morphe. And this is going to go all over my center lid. And I'm going to be very careful that I am not getting it on my crease too much. So it's okay to just start off with a little bit of product, because the black shadow can be very unforgiving. And once you get it on everything else and ruin it, you gotta start over. So now I'm picking up my M537. This doesn't have any product on it, so I'm just going to use it to blend in the black shadow with everything in the crease, just so it doesn't look like a harsh black lid. I'm gonna kind of buff the edges out. So next I am going to finish the other eye, apply lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I've did both my eyes, I applied lashes, and then I wiped away the powder underneath. I am going to move on to highlight. And for the highlight, I'm going to use the Amrezy highlight that she has with Anastasia Beverly Hills. And the brush I'm going to use is the M510 from Morphe. So I'm going to take the highlight and apply it on my cheekbones. And then I'm going to make a C shape around here. And I'm going to apply it on my chin. Everywhere that the light hits your face. Just a little bit on the tip of my nose. The bridge of my nose. Here. And then I'm going to take my tiny E36 brush, and I'm going to apply the highlight right here in my tear ducts to give it that glow and give me that sort of awake look, if you will. And then I'm going to take that same brush. I'm going to apply just a little bit of highlight on my brow bone. Okay, and for the second last step, I'm going to take my Kat Von D liquid lipstick. I don't exactly know if this is Lolita 1 or 2 because the label fell off. Alright, and for the very last step, I'm going to take my mini little MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to spray that all over my face to set it.